Hey Fish fam, this is Nikachu, Merfolk Master, and we are here today to play Azorius Merfolk in Modern. You love Blue-White Merfolk, you've been holding on to those Wanderwine hubs, those full Wanderwine hubs, waiting for them to come out. Well, maybe today is the day. We're going to be playing with Path to Exile and Celestial Purge. Right now, exiling is in. Destroying things are out. So don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more Merfolk experimentation. Before we get into our deck tech, we are going to thank our sponsor, starting with the manabase.com, the content site with podcasts, articles, and videos on your favorite formats like Commander and Modern. The Manabase is your home base for everything Magic the Gathering. And Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. You can support the channel by using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or if you want to rent cards with a deal, you can use my coupon code Nikachu to get 15% off your first 3 months. So here's the deal. I mean, most of the decks that most of them, the successful decks, with the exception of like Rakdos midrange, everyone is exiling cards. So in Uro, they prefer Path to Exile over Bolt. In Rakdos, and mostly because there's a lot of Lurrus decks between like Rakdos Shadow and Hammer Time and what's it called? Who else is playing Lurrus? Mill is playing Lurrus. I don't see any other Lurrus decks at the moment here. Everyone, just so that you prevent them from getting value from the graveyard, exiling effects is very, very popular. So you see Uro with exiling effects. You see Path to Exile from the Elvish Reclaimer, and also you see them playing Skyclave Apparition. Same thing with Hammer Time. They play Path to Exile. Healy Company plays Path to Exile and Skyclave Apparition. Death and Taxes, Path to Exile, Skyclave Apparition. What a coincidence. So I think I would like to see how good exiling effects are. And I don't think they're too bad. So I could take this deck two routes. I could play Lurrus myself, which might not be too bad, but I don't know if that would be enough against Shadow and Rakdos midrange. I think I might want to try to overpower them with Master of Waves, which is just a really good card. So long as I can get it onto the battlefield, the only thing that is going to beat it is Fatal Push. There isn't that much Plague Engineer in the format right now, so maybe I'm okay to play Master of Waves. But it can overwhelm opponents, so I still do respect and like playing Master of Waves. Alternatively, maybe I want to have some Mirror Regery somewhere. This Trickster could be a Regery. Well, let's see, Trickster, if you're going to be useful in this league. If not, maybe you're going to become a Regery. Now, sideboard, so we have Path to Exile for Shadow and stuff, so they cannot bring it back with Lurrus, and we're going to save enough life instead of losing a ton of life from Dismember. We still might pay some life with Hollowed Fountain and Flooded Strand. Hopefully that's not going to be too damaging. But exiling creatures is more important than ever before. If I Dismember a Death Shadow, it just comes back from Lurrus. I don't like Sig River. Okay, I'll get into that. There's two cards that I'm most definitely not playing because we just don't have the mana or they're not effective. But I'm playing Celestial Purge. Again, kills shadows, kills prowess creatures, exiles them. Sorry, not kill. It exiles. Exiles. Rest in Peace also deals with them. Deals with Uro and Kroxa very well. Wipe out the graveyards. But you don't want to have too many Rest in Pieces. That's clunky, so I have some extra relics to deal with the graveyard decks. Pithing Needle. Love this card as a sideboard card. Pretty effective. I didn't know what my second counterspell should be, but upon reflecting all the cards, like all the top decks in the metagame, Aether Gust hits the most decks, more than Deprive does. I think Deprive's actually clunky versus a lot of decks, so I'm going to try out Aether Gust to see how well it does. I'm just concerned I might not be fast enough while holding up mana to make Aether Gust playable, but we'll wait and we'll see how it works out. Okay, so there's two cards that people are going to ask me about, like why not, for example, Sig River Guide. Let's get Scryfall out. So come on, let's go. So Sig River Guide, white and a blue, looks okay, right? 2/2 creature, Island Walk, built-in Island Walk is great. The problem is, a target Merfolk you control gains protection of the color of your choice until end of turn, only if you have the mana up, which we never will. Especially against an attrition-based deck. Like, if we don't hold up mana versus them, because we can't afford to, they will just rip us apart, especially against Death Shadow. So the mana here is just unbelievably terrible. Now, Unsettled Mariner, I will get asked about this as well. There's no deck successfully playing Unsettled Mariner, and the bottom line is that the tax isn't large enough. People can just play the Fatal Push and the Lava Darts. Yeah, okay, they'll cost one more, but they'll still kill Unsettled Mariner eventually. Like Lightning Bolt just costs 2, not a big deal. And I have found that in the matchups where I'm not up against... So when I'm up against removal, it slows them down a little bit, but this card doesn't speed me up because it's just a Grizzly Bear, so it's not that effective. If this was a Lord somehow at the same time, all right, maybe we're talking here. Like, it pumps up my other creatures, but it slows me down, and it slows the opponent down a little bit, but it slows me down a little bit, so I don't win in that exchange. And then against a deck that doesn't have removal, this is just garbage. It's just you just have a Grizzly Bear in your deck with no effect. So that's why I don't play either of those cards. Okay, let's hope Aether Gust is going to be useful. I'm not sure. I like Aether Gust more if I'm playing with Chalice of the Void, but Chalice isn't that amazing of a card these days. You better do something, Master of Waves, because I could play Reejerey in your slot. So we gotta pay attention if Master is worth it. And maybe the answer is I just don't try to fight these attrition-based decks and I just try to dodge them. Anyway, with that, let's get into our league. Our opponent's on white-red? What does that mean? Anyway, I'll keep it then. Don't Thoughtseize me, and maybe I'm okay. Silver Gillidapt might help me. This is not a very good Aether Vial hand, but... Well, the hand is pretty weak. I mean, maybe for a Goblins player it looks good, but... Is this burnt? Okay, hand is shaping up. Let it be known that MTG bot encouraged me to play this. Because I think it might be a Ponza deck. Oh, this hand's shaping up really well. Oh, I gotta change the main deck. Yeah, it looks like it's the Boros deck. Which in that case, this hand's gas, because I would just have a bunch of lands. And from what I remember, they have crappy removal. Actually, I should put this Wanderwind Hub into play and say no. Ghostly Prison, but I can pay the tax. I have tons of lands here. That second Ghostly Prison might suck. Two-turn clock. I played my land, right? Yeah. They're dead. GG. This should be, I mean, it's a good matchup if I have a ton of lands. Apparently, their only win condition is Goblin Dark Dwellers, which sounds ridiculous. So anyway, keeping a handful of lands. I mean, that's what pushed me. If I think the only white-red deck I know about is this white-red Ponza deck. They only have Goblin Dark Dwellers. Well, we have to take out Path because it's useless. Can we target anything with this? I guess we have to, like, I don't even have much stuff in here. I guess Aether Gust for the Stone Rains or something. Or maybe Path to Exile. I could keep Path to Exile to exile my own creatures. There is a Boros Death and Taxes, but this is definitely not it. I know what this is. I'm thinking, do I have like Aether Gust just... Sorry, do I have Path to Exile just to path my own creatures? That's probably better than holding this up. I'm not lying. Like, having lands in play might be very important. What else can I hit? There's Goblin Dark Dwellers. What other red cards are there? There's enchantments. They take advantage of these stupid enchantments. This is Ice 9. They always play Boros. Land destruction. Cool. Whatever. I'm going to hope that this is useful. Could be wrong. Hand is decent. A little clunky with Master of Waves, but as long as there's no Ghostly Prison, it's okay. So I'm going to delay playing this Flooded Strand for as long as I can. The hand's okay. I don't have a very good aggro start. Do I play around... I can't remember if there's Blood Moon in this deck. Well, they don't have Boom or Bust because they didn't play it on turn 1. They don't play Moon? Great. So if I Spreading Seas this and they play another Flagstone, they don't get the ability. Guess we might as well do this. Or... It's funny, we don't have Deprive for this matchup, but Deprive is really good. Oh, there's a removal in this deck. I actually didn't know about that. So that could kill us. It's not as effective if I have a really good aggro start, which we didn't have. So, I mean, now the land destruction hurts. We'll see what happens. Got that Ether Gust. See, that could have been a Path to Exile. I could Path to Exile my Benthic Biomancer, and then we'd be doing great. Do I want to cut you off any mana? This is not too bad, but like Master of Waves has no power here. Skyclave Apparition. I don't have Ether Gust for that. Ether Gust is really hard to hold up. And by hard, I mean it's impossible. Ooh, that's useless. Well, it's not useless, but... Boy, I wish it was something else. Okay, we're going to say no. Okay, we got to get to work. Having Master of Waves in play, not particularly useful right now. So if they like attack another land, I'll just force negate remove Master of Waves. They need to attack a few things a turn. Holy shit, spreading season this ended up really sucking. The thing with I mean, maybe I can play Skyclave Apparition, but it costs double white. That's pretty harsh on my mana base. It's very harsh. I clearly fucked up with this Molten Rain. I didn't know seizing one of the red sources would have been so impactful. Stone Rain only costs 1. But I guess Pillage costs 2, right? Oh god. I'm just gonna lose because of this. Where's my Path to Exile? I could have had Path to Exile. It would appear that if I spreading seized one... Oh, no, okay, they did. They finally did find a red source. Well, like, Ether Gusting anything doesn't matter. Because, I mean, if I Ether Gust a Pillage, they just put it back on top and they just cast it again. Are we up against... When's the Goblin Dark Dwellers coming out, though? Okay, hold on. I think Amazon has just arrived. Give me a second. Ooh, first engagement, not bad, but I need to land. My microphone came in, but I'm still waiting for an amplifier. Okay. Okay, so we draw sort of a donut here. Or sorry, no, we drew something good, but like I still need lands to keep this going. Okay, pass the turn. Let's force a negation a card. But we would have won. I guess we would have won by now if I just went for the a red source. They play a card called like Boom and Bust, where each player sacrifices a land, so they sacrifice their flagstones. I got a new microphone. See, they got boom. They're trying to boom. This won't work. Believe it or not, here's the rule. If they boom here, they won't get this land. Anyway, we can't afford this though. Can't afford this shit. I got a microphone. Maybe we'll have an unboxing later, especially if we get the second thing in the mail. Okay, I got a lot of lands in this deck. I usually don't like flooding out, but I'm gonna make an exception today. This is not useful at all. I guess we can just win if our opponent like floods out a little bit. Okay, so this shouldn't see it. See, interesting. They did not get a land out of this. Oh fuck, we can't beat the second one. Definitely can't beat that. Maybe I'm supposed to save my force negation and just try to draw more lands because I can't beat a second Ghostly Prison, that's for sure. Well, what are the odds? Find the okay, so we got a 1 land. Is there any way I can play this properly? I guess not. We just have to play them. We need 4 lands to attack once. It's possible. I need Silver Gill Adepts to find me more lands. Can't trip into it. We have Glasspool Mimics. Glasspool Mimic play. I had that Ether Gust. I told you know what? I'm telling you, I'm gonna bring the paths back. Fuck Ether Gust. It's garbage. I need to path my own creatures to feed the fucking Ghostly Prisons. Simple as that. Okay, can we auto yield this? No. No. We're getting there. Oh, now I can actually I can cycle the Trickster with Benthic Biomancer. I didn't think about that. Oh my god, we're gonna get in another attack. Can we get in another attack, people? Oh, they might have removal in hand now. It's not what I was looking for, but I'll take it. You know what? I'll take it. We're not gonna be too greedy here. I just always know these. I don't know if Wrath of God is something I'm supposed to be playing around, but right, we're ready to attack next turn. Sandbagging lands to convince you that they have something. Maybe they had like Stone Rains, but they didn't want to play them until I had enough. Too bad I couldn't get one attack in. I'm way below on time. Fuck, let me attack once. Just want to attack once. I can pay for one of these things. You know what modern staple would be really good in this spot? Echoing Truth. I wouldn't call that a modern staple at all. That card doesn't see play outside of like Storm. Yeah, imagine I just saved. Okay, I'm pretty sure we have something to search for with this. Haha! Fetch land. Protection from your Stone Rain. Trying to blow this up. It won't happen. Oh my god, we might attack. Oh fuck, this was stupid. I'm dumb. I shouldn't have done that. I should have waited. Let's see if I could draw a Hollow Fountain. Fetching at end of turn is dumb. That's okay. I gotta play a little faster. Why? And now they're just gonna draw like something. Their win con apparently is Goblin Dark Dwellers. Word has it on the street. Okay, I'm not gonna violin these lords just in case I do have to play around a Wrath effect. I might as well attack with this. Okay. What do they have in their hand if they don't have removal or Stone Rains? Like, that's the question. Okay, here's Goblin Dark Dwellers. It has Menace. ETB, you may cast target instant or sorcery card that convert mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. Whatever. How do they even win from here? I guess they have more cards in their deck than I do. I'm gonna keep. Okay, they still have Path mana up, I guess. No, they couldn't have Path. That's that's a ridiculous nombo. I'll put one Lord in play. We need to rip a land. It comes into play untapped. I know I have a lot of lands in this deck, but a lot of them come into play tapped at this point. You know, Aethervile, you know, my hatred for you in the later turns of the game get even worse and worse. Makes me more angry over time. So what, do they blink this? No, I don't think they blink. So cards I want to see. I want to see Benthic Biomancer. I should actually put Aethervile into play on 1, just for the chance of Benthic Biomancer. What am I going to do if they play 2 Goblin Dark Dwellers? I want to see Benthic Biomancer, Silvergill Adepts, anything that draws me into more lands. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna attack first. And then we're going to Trickster down the Goblin Dark Dwellers. Fuck, this is game... No, this is game 2. Okay, so I'm low on time, but it's game 2. Somehow if this goes to game 3, it'll be okay. Can anyone assume what's in their hand? Like, I have no idea what's in their hand. Oh no, 2 lightning bolts will do it. Okie dokie. I got a lot of lords in play, but I don't have enough. So Goblin Dark Dwellers on blocking duty. Can I draw another Trickster? Actually, fuck it. I just want more lands. How many lightning bolts do they have? I guess they have 2 more no, they have maybe 1 more lightning bolt in hand? That actually might... No, it doesn't work. Because I can't cast it. Okay, so we'll attack with Trickster. You can block with Goblin Dark Dwellers. That's apparently a thing. Buys you a turn. Maybe they just have a bunch of lands. Maybe they, yeah, that's probably the most reasonable thing that they could have drawn, is just lands. Okay, let's go. Come on, 2 more lands. We can do this. Why doesn't these auto stack? My opponent goes lucky top deck? What the fuck are you talking about? No, you have no fucking business to call my deck lucky, that's for sure. Oh, I see. The opponent says lucky top deck for the prison. Well, whatever. That's what your deck does. This is absolutely useless. So we can Ether Gust a few Stone Rains or something. I don't know what I'm trying to cast here. Okay, I just want to top deck 2 more. Turn 22. It's very rare you get to turn 22. I still have lands in my deck. Let's turn off auto yields, put a Vial in play. In the event that I need to put a Biomancer in play on 1. But the only problem is with this is it's sucking up even more time for me. This is supposed to be always no. This is always no. And no, and this is always no, but I'm gonna say yes this one time. Normally would be pretty good hand against a lot of other decks. This is pretty useless here though. I don't have many cards left in my deck. How many lands are in my deck? Am I running out of lands? 1, 2. I have to discard? Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've gone through a lot of lands. It's still legendary, but if they play another Flagstones and dump it, they're not going to draw a card. Okay, we're on a race against this Molten Rain. As weird as that sounds. Fuck. Oh, that's what they have in their hand. Mana Tides. Right now I need 3 more lands. I'm very close to, like, drawing dead. Spraying Seas killed me. Oh, that's not useless. I guess next time we're just going to let all the Stone Rains resolve. I will force negate one thing and one thing only, and that is Ghostly Prison. So I need, like, I need 4 lands now. We were doing good on the lands for a little while. Then we stopped drawing them. So they drew Mana Tides. That was the issue. How's Mana Tithe in Modern? Very bad. Only this deck plays it, I guess. You know what? I'm wrong here. Oh shit, I got rid of my Master of Waves. I should tick one of these vials up to 4, get Master of Waves in play, because I still need to attack through this stupid thing. Wow. I'm just seeing these lines at the last minute. You know how this deck wins? On time. Alright, here we go. So if I tick that vial to 4, put Master of Waves in play, it just one-shots them. Did I go through all my Master of Waves? Got through quite a few. Oh, I do have Island Walk. You're right. I have Island Walk now. I didn't have Island Walk earlier. So we're not fetching until we draw another land. And hopefully there's still something to fetch. I do have to play fast because there's might need this for game 3 and I'm running low on time. Game 2 took forever. Sure. 12 cards left in deck. I don't know if I might not have enough lands. I don't know. I don't even know how many lands are in my deck. I hate that I have to stack the last Ether Vial. Come on. Like, Uro, I don't need to stack 2 Ether Vials. Shit. I have a feeling I don't have many lands left. I have no idea what's in their hand. I don't even know if these Flooded Strands are live. No, if I have a land, I want to draw it, I think. Because if I fetch and I don't draw it, like, that significantly decreases the chances of me drawing my land, right? Okay, see? Okay, so now we can fetch. Hopefully there's stuff to find. There's at least a plains. Fuck. So there's one Wanderwine hub left. Fuck my life. There's one Wanderwine hub left. We're gonna race for that Wanderwine hub. What's this gonna be? Oh, Valakut, the Awaken. Oh, maybe they had their hand was full of these cards. Well, I guess I can't beat this card at this point. They have to draw at least one Ponza card. Get my music back. It's okay. Let's just move on. They're gonna play something. Okay. Path to Exile is in. Ether Gust is out. With the only purpose, with one purpose and one purpose only, turn our creatures into value. Submit deck. And I think now I'll just save Force Negations only for... Ugh, this is a bad hand. This is a hand. I can keep this. Do I toss Ether Vial? No, I'm going to keep Ether Vial. I'll toss a Trickster. Maybe I should have just got Hallowed Fountain. Play around Mana Tithe. Or 2 Mana Tithes. If they got it. Sure. Sure. As long as it's not Ghostly Prison, I am okay with all this. I think I'm just going to attack for 3. I'm going to hold on to this Benthic Biomancer trigger for as long as I can. Yeah, I think the exchange is okay. Activated abilities cost 2 more to activate unless they're mana abilities. So that turns this off. Okay, whatever. Same thing with your Sunbite Cranium. So it's what it's doing is it's making the fetch lands more clunky. I might... Oh, I can't activate this thing yet. 3-turn clock it is then. I can't adapt now. Well, I mean, I guess I could adapt, but I didn't want to. So here's my plan. I want to save the adapt so I can draw more lands. Okay, I gotta be a little bit fast. I guess I could have adapted just to make it a bigger creature. But I still really, like, I want to save this resource. Oh yeah, Cavernous Souls turns off Mana Tithe. Well, I'm sort of saving this in my hand just in case I need to draw something. Because I don't know what I need right now. Now I don't know if I need the lands because they don't have Ghostly Prison out. So I'm just, hedging against 2 bets. If they monetize me twice, it's okay. I have the mana up for it. Alright, we won the match. Nice. I guess they just can't beat some lords, or we have just too much mana in play. They have the experience. Alright, let's get into another match. All I need is one more package to arrive. I'm waiting for an amplifier, and Nikachu's going to upgrade. I've had this microphone, this H2N Zoom. We've been through a lot over the last 10 years, H2N Zoom, but you're going to get replaced by the SM7B, sorry. We have some real microphones here. Okay, well, that wasn't a very good... Last match wasn't a very good last match to playtest, because it didn't really teach us anything. I'll keep this. It's clunky for sure, but maybe this is the right matchup for Spreading Seas. Maybe it's the right matchup for Path to Exile. Yeah, MTG bot works now. This is not going to be a great matchup for Path to Exile. Okay, we're up against the green-white Reclaimer deck. Sorry, yeah, the Reclaimer Titan deck. Ooh, it's Sacred Foundry. So being on the draw like this is terrible, but maybe we can amass a comeback. I can at least Spreading Seas this next turn. And they might be light on green mana. Sure. And at the very least, I mean, I do have Path to Exile up. Oh, they're going to get Elvish Reclaimer, which in that case, I will maybe Path to Exile that. Actually, I don't know what I'm going to do. Oops, that was a misclick. I meant to get a blue source. Maybe it doesn't matter that much here. I'm in okay shape. Should I path you? But then you'll have the mana for Titan anyway. So what they're sort of saying was that when they get this card, they have Titan already, or maybe a Ladimri's Call? Or sorry, not Dread of the Elysian Grove, and they're just going to Valakut me to death? Well, if they play... I guess I can just pass here and see what happens. If they play Dryad, I'll path it. Actually, I'm going to make our opponent make a decision. Put you a decision to all your chips. I'm going to save the Spreading Seasons for some scenario later in the game where our opponent has, like, I don't know, a bunch of zombie tokens. We're probably lost at that point. This is the best thing I can think of at the moment. Our position's pretty bad because we really needed a Lord. We need some way of pushing damage, and we don't have anything at the moment. Maybe I can Spreading Seas this. I know they can bounce it back to their hand, but I'm going to force them to do it. Merfolk. Let's attack for 2. Because they can get a bounce land, return this. Okay, what do they have in store for me? I would like to hold on to my Glasspool Mimics for a particular turn where maybe I get Master of Waves. Okay, call. Titan. Skyclave Apparition. You know what? I should test Phantasmal Image. Phantasmal Image actually looks really strong right now. It'll be bad against Lava Dart decks. Outside of that, well, it'd be also bad against the attrition decks, but maybe it's better than I think it is. And hell, we can bring it back with, what did they get? They got Skyclave Apparition, but they actually, so they had the Titan in their hand the entire time. Oh, I screwed this up. I should Path Titan beforehand. These are things I'm learning. I've never played with Path Exile versus Primeval Titan before. So this is going to be a disaster. Well, nothing I was doing was going to win here. Because, like, I could copy Titans with Image, which is... I mean, there's 2 Titan decks out here. Oh, this is going to be so bad. Okay, what can get us back in here? We're at a fresh 20 life. I can... A Lord would help. No, we didn't get a Lord. If we got a Lord, I could Lord, Glasspool Mimic, attack, and threaten to win maybe next turn. We didn't draw a Lord. This is our next best option. Lord, please. Nope. Doesn't look good. Well, folks, it looks pretty poor. I still have Skyclave Apparition, so I'm like, they can exile my Spreading Seas. Okay, this isn't... actually... Okay. Like, if I draw Master of Waves... Maybe I can give this a bit of a shot. Do not underestimate the power of the waves. Well, still gives me a shot at Master of Waves. I will block 1, because I think this is worth 2 more blocks in the future. The power of the waves calls! Master Waves into Glasspool Mimic could have been sick. Sick comeback. Actually, Spreading Seas was not bad. They didn't get bounce lands. Maybe they don't have any. I usually find Spreading Seas pretty shitty, though, in this matchup. Oops. Oops. No, I have 61 cards. Oh well, we have 61 cards then. Alright, I'll keep it, but I'm not very happy about this. They mulligan a 6, that might help. There are much less, but there's at least one. And they only need 1 to tutor for it, and then bounce the land back to their hand and then replay it. It only takes 1, people. In this deck it takes 1 to tango, because like they just tutor for it. Oh great, I draw you right now. You know, our damage output changes significantly if I got you out first or not. Is this going to be turn 2 explore or something? Nope. That's actually a good draw, because I can play 2 cards this turn between Biomancer and Silver Gillidup. More creatures on the battlefield, the better. This hand's pretty clunky though. This oh my god, this plains. But it could have been Mutavault. So, Deadly Catfish, thanks for the follow. Also, Arctic Razor, thanks for the follow. Oh, Fire Spout. That's a nasty one. We can regroup. I think there's only one thing I can... What's going on here? What am I trying to cast? Is this... Can I needle anything else? I think it's only Elvish Reclaimer. I don't think there's anything else I can name with needle. Would you say that we are in a dark depths unbanning away from a complete lands deck in Modern? Probably. I've been thinking about Dark Depths. Can we unban that card? I would be very terrified what they would do with it in this deck. It may not be the best finisher for them, but I mean, they would always have it. Titan, get Dark Depths plus Thespian Stage. You always have to be fearful of this 2020 in the future. They seem to have a pretty clunky hand, which is good because we have a clunky hand. Slowly get into that boil range. Sorry, not boil, Titan range. But they seem to have a really good controlling hand, which means we're probably lost. This deck has so many win cons, I don't think Dark Depths would be good for the format. I think this game might have been close. No, maybe it wouldn't have been if we got Benthic Biomancer out game 1. Okay, it would have died quickly to Fire Spout. Okay, let's see what we can do with Master of Waves. So they can make a lot of zombies, but I can also play Master of Waves into Skyclave Glasspool Mimic if we can draw it. Right on time, Ether Gust. Right on time, as usual. No islands for our opponent. So what's important? Do I get rid of this Titan? I could Ether Gust it when they attack again, but I'm sure they're going to get another Field of the Dead or something. I've sadly drawn everything off turn in this matchup. Gust on draw is like, I guess it's okay, but I have to play this Master of Waves at some point, and they're just going to replay Primeval Titan next turn anyway. So I have the option, I could Gust on draw, we just pass. I play Master of Waves, but then they draw Titan and they just replay it. So it's, I guess, I don't know what the difference is. I free up my mana, I guess, next turn because I have nothing else to do with this Gust mana. Do we want Skyclave Apparition in the sideboard? It's possible. I don't know if I have the mana base for it, but I'm totally open to playing Skyclave Apparition. And it would deal with a lot of stuff, wouldn't it? It just doesn't have any synergy with our deck. This doesn't have any synergy with their deck, but they just need a random thing that exiles stuff so they can get to Primeval Titan. Okay, let's... What the hell did I do? I could have just killed this thing, right? That was stupid. I have a lot of zombies to block. Sorry, I have a lot of elementals to block. Whatever. Okay, let's hope we get Glasspool Shores Or Glasspool Mimic, and we Ether Gust them. Oh, they have a second Titan anyway. That's okay. Okay, Glasspool gets a Glasspool. That's the point of this elemental scheme. Now we gotta do it quick, because this Blast Zone's going up. I'm gonna take our devotion away. The army of zombies are on the way. And this is one concern I have with Ether Gust in this deck, that I'm delaying the game, but I don't know if I'm aggro enough to be pushing enough damage that it matters. Because I could Gust, they put it back on top, but I don't know in the end if it's really gonna... Okay, well. Let's go to the next match. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? We'll go on to game 3. I think Gust is okay for aggro shells, but you have to be aggro. This deck's not that aggro. Because I'm playing with Master of Waves. I mean, who knows what would have happened if I had Reedry in that game? Maybe it would have been different. Let's join this match. So far, white cards have not helped us. We're up against the Obosh. This hand does not look good against Obosh, but I'll keep it because it does help us put stuff in play, I guess. But it's not a great hand. Did we win the die roll? We won the die roll. Some upside. Okay, but let's see how well Path to Exile works in this matchup. This is one of the matchups. I'm like, okay, let's see if Path to Exile works. Save some life. Lords. I'm wondering if I play a Lord and just pass, does that disguise our hand as Trickster? Because I'd love to play Benthic Biomancer and adapt it, and then get 2 Lords out next turn. It's maybe a little bit of a next level play. Screwing with my opponent's mind. And to some extent, I can protect the Biomancer by pitching one of them to force a negation if necessary. I hope my opponent's familiar with Merfolk then. Now that we've reached this position in the game, I will block. Ooh, interesting. Okay, let's first adapt. And I'll see if I can force negate something worse than my Lord of Atlantis's. Excellent. That was definitely worth. That was a pretty big win. That was a good win. Well, we got basically 2 for 2 there. But we're still alive. No, that's a garbage draw, but whatever. Could be worse. If there's no lightning bolts in their hand, then our hand is good. Oh, you gotta believe they're in really bad shape if they have to cycle Forgotten Cave. Oh, it looks like they found a Swift Spear. No blocks. Light up the stage? Oh, they did have Lightning Bolt. Keep the gas coming. Keep the gas. Oh, well. Off to the races. But, like, we can lose this race pretty quickly if our lords die. At our upkeep, I'm gonna start taking this vial up to 4. We have to be prepared for Master of Waves. We have a second Ether Vial if we draw 2 drops anyway. Okay, they're gonna get a Bosch. Oh, they don't have removal. Or the removal sucks. Okay, so I will activate this at upkeep. And then tick it up. Definitely tick it up. I am the absolute master. I am the undisputed master of drawing Ether Vial on turns 2 to 5. Nobody is better at that than me. You show me someone who can draw Ether Vials on turns 2 to 5 better than me. I will show you better. Prove them all wrong. Do they have to chump block? Yeah, they have to chump here. Or maybe they have a burn spell and they can block here. Like like Lava Dart or something. Huh? Oh, you sack and it lives. Oh, that's gonna suck for me. So they take 8. Oh shit. I didn't see that line. How'd the Uro deck do? Meh. We'll just say that. It did meh. The Explorer definitely helped, was definitely great though. The Explorer mechanic. Okay, so if they're running low on cards. Damn, if I still have my lords around, we just win this turn. Path to Exile 1. We'll definitely keep that in the deck. Okay, Ether Gust looks okay. I think Biomancer does not look okay. Everything else is fine. Oh no, don't get rid of Spreading Seas or something. No, let me submit. Exile red permanents. Yes, this is the point. I think Rest in Peace is too cute. I mean, it's okay. I don't want to bring it in just for darts. I mean, it could end up being card disadvantage. I think it's a little too cute. Like, I don't even bring in Relic. Yeah, everyone's like, what about the Purge? We got the Purge. I sort of want Seas, though. Beautiful. Hand has no power, but whatever. Okay, how long are you gonna... I'm gonna let you be alive for? That's the question. Okay, I doubt I'm going to use this fetch. Maybe I would if they play Soulscar Mage. Yeah, anti-purge tech. Well, I guess I can fetch the planes if I really need to. Oh shit, they play Blood Moon. Already feel I should have got a planes. Well, okay, I have an answer to Blood Moon. Castle Embreth, interesting. I think I'm gonna path this at end of turn. I could exile that. Okay, well, first off, we'll path this thing, or do I? Maybe I just float mana because I can purge this. It's not terrible. It's not what I wanted to do, but I mean that's how it's gonna be. I actually don't want to let my opponent untap with this card. Anyway, life total's pretty healthy, so not bad. We'll tap one down if they unload their hand. All right, whatever. Wow, they have nothing else in hand. That's funny. This is a very defensive deck. Oh, Jim Davis rating with 1 million people. Thank you very much, Jim Davis. I really appreciate it. I look forward to your challenge against Pleasant Kenobi. I don't know if we can call Death and Taxes a tribal deck, but you know what? It's tribal in my books. It's basically like government tribal. It was today? I thought, hold on, what is today? Monday? Oh, today's Monday. That's true. True story. Oh, I gotta wait. Well, I can't wait to see the replay. If you loved Merfolk versus Goblins, you gotta check out Merfolk for Goblins versus Death and Taxes. That's gonna be a hell of a thing. All right. Yeah, I lost track of time. I thought today's Friday or something. I need like a Lord. I need to Aether Gust this Obosh for a little while. Or I need a Master of Waves. I need a Master! I ran out of stuff. Kenobi has to challenge me. Challenge accepted in advance if he throws anything at me. Challenge accepted. Merfolk has no fear. Might be one of Merfolk's weaknesses, but we have no fear. The modern one would be tough. The legacy one would be tough. The historic one might be easy. Because I don't know if there is a good Death and Taxes deck in historic. There's a decent Merfolk deck in historic, that's for sure. That is so interesting. So you telling me you got a removal spell? I have an opportunity to double block one of these. I believe Merfolk can pull it. Oh yeah, Merfolk. All you need... I'll tell you what the secret is. Your opponents don't draw threats game 1, and then they mulligan to 4 game 2. It's basically the story of my match versus Jim Davis. I got really lucky in the legacy portion. I don't know how that match was supposed to play out, but I mean, Jim basically did nothing. Bro, this hand is not good right now. Maybe I should just do nothing. Okay, so I have the option to, if I Aether Gust the Bolt, you know what? I think I'm just going to exchange some stuff. We can Aether Gust this. And if you put it on top, then like that's one thing further away from Obosh. Do we have a good matchup in Legacy? Okay, I need Master of Waves today. We need a Master of Waves. We need it today. That is not Master of Waves. Okay, attack. I'm not blocking. Tell them I wish I had Lurrus now. Obosh is back and about to deal an enormous chunk of damage to me. We didn't get any beef. We had no beef at the end of this. I'll keep playing lands, but still not useful. Oh, actually, I should maybe keep some lands in my hand for Benthic Biomancer when we top deck it. If we top deck it. Okay, this doesn't deal double damage yet, so I'll let this resolve. We'll Trickster the Obosh. Obosh, baby! You're about to lose all your abilities. There's a bit of a discussion earlier today. Where's Trickster gone? Well, Trickster's not doing very well right now. Trickster is a pretty crappy creature at the moment. It's interesting how defensive my opponent plays. Okay, I can't. Well, I can block. I can block this, but I can't block as a Firebolt. Am I just dead here? So they Firebolt anything, attack with both. This is going to be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. But Merfolk Tricksters, like if these were Mare Regeries, this might be a very different game. Okay, concede. I don't mind how the game went. I'll just keep it up. Maybe one rest in peace for the well, now, you know, with Firebolt, there are actually more cards that they have available to them. But I don't really want to bring any... I don't want to take anything out for those. And I'm just going to stick with... I just need a Master of Waves. Okay, we're going to go first. I'm going to show this. I'm playing the white for the red removal. So can this deck prove red removal, the path to exiles and stuff are good? 10 is okay. I don't like the damage I'll take off of these, but I'll accept it. Did I flood? I don't know if I flooded or these Ether Guts are not that good in this matchup. I also had to use a Celestial Purge once on my opponent's Blood Moon. Yeah, I'm gonna pass here. Cause like, what are the odds they play something other than Bone? Like, I could still path here. I could still purge. Maybe we should be on defense a little bit early on. Okay, if this is light up the stage, I'm pathing this. No light up the stage for you. Now, pending what they do, maybe I'll Ether Gust the Soulscar Mage. Or exile it anyway. Actually, I still think they have got this light up the stage. Or maybe several light up the stages. Okay, Seasoned Pyromancer. Firebolt and Pithing Needle. Okay, I need lands, please. Like, I really need mana. Like, I'm not curving out at all. Well, this is one way we could lose. We just choked on a bunch of choked on mana. Oh, this is a disaster. They had way more creatures than our removal. Bring it on, Prowess, bring it on. Yeah, you're picking on the poor little fishy player. Holy fuck. Can I just concede? Okay, this hand sucked. I will say, this Ether Gust was really bad. So this was actually pretty bad. Is pathing your own creature viable in this circumstance? It would be if I could have a creature and path it at the same time, but I never had enough mana. I never had 3 mana in this game. It would be fine. I totally do that. Alright, let's move on to the next match. So the question is Ether Gust viable in this deck? So far the answer is no. It's been pretty poor. It's been just downright bad. Ether Gust has not been good for this deck. It was clunky and useless. I don't have enough mana for Ether Gust. Or at least this deck is not aggressive enough. Problem is I don't like Deprive in this matchup either. It doesn't scale well. It's also very clunky. So that's why I was trying to Ether Gust. Like, is Ether Gust better? Maybe. Another sad thing, this is a matchup for Master of Waves. Where are my Master of Waves? The Master! Well, here's the deal, M515. I looked at all the top decks, and there's just not enough decks I want to bring Deprive in. Like, I don't want to bring in Deprive. I don't really want to bring in Deprive versus Prowess either. So maybe Ether Gust could have some edge where Deprive didn't. Ether Gust is good if you have... Oh, we lost the die roll. Yeah, where's the Master of Waves period? I'm gonna... Is there any info? They're last seen playing a Phantom Draft? Okay, I'll keep. I'll keep because this hand does get to 4 mana. So I can go turn 1 Glass Pool. Oh god, we're dead. Unless this is Blue Tron. Oh, that's a good draw. Okay, so maybe we're not dead. At least we have a turn 4 kill now. Gust plays through Veil and Cavern Souls? What the hell is this? We're in unknown territories, boys and girls. We're in unknown territory. Secure Tribe Elder with Urza land in play. This maybe is Titan Tron. Combining the best parts of Titan and Tron together. Yes, yes, sir. Very much, sir. Have all the lands you want, sir. Simic lands? What the hell are we up against? This is a Tron land with 2 mana sources and the Tron mana. We're up against Simic Tron. Oh, is this the Tron deck that's playing with the Planeswalkers? Unexpected results. Shuffle your library, reveal the top card. If it's an online card, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. If it's a land card, you can put it onto the battlefield and return this thing back to hand. Alright, see what happens. Emrakul. Shuffle your library, then reveal the top card. If it's a non-land card, you can cast it without paying its mana cost. What the fuck? And my opponent gets to take an extra turn. Okay. I'm dead, right? Yeah, I'm just dead. Well then. It was quite unexpected, wasn't it? Well, that is a green card. I don't know what to do against this deck. Okay, I'm assuming Master of Waves is no good. And they have Tron in their deck. I'll bring in Ether Gust just for their random green cards, I guess. Maybe I need Pithing Needle? I don't know. Alright, let's go. Do I really need Path? I have a feeling whatever they put on the battlefield, I don't want to see it. That sounds not like a plan. Pathing the Titan. I'm going to kill them before that. This is, I mean, this is very similar to Tron. You want to win before they get their game plan online. I don't want to bring in cards that are going to be after they're online, because I'm probably lost at that point anyway, or I'm in a lot of trouble. And do we know they have Titan? I'm assuming they have Titan, but I don't know they have Titan. They could have hit a land. Then we would have been very close to winning. So it would be a good spot for Containment Priest. Not playable. Barely playable. Okay, I don't know if they have Expedition Map, but I do know... Oops, cancel. Okay, I don't know if they've got Expedition Map, but I do know they have Secure Tribes. Okay, this is Merfolk. I'm not gonna have time to oh, you know what? Maybe I should have tossed a Glasspool Mimic. Okay, so let's go Sakura Tribes. It's Elder, right? Yeah, Stevie. If they have Expedition Map too, that's just great for them. I need some help though. I do need at least one more land so I can play these Glasspool Mimics. Grudge Signet. Here we go. I'm really just trying to goldfish them before they like rip something amazing off of the top with their unexpected results. Oh my god, here we go. Where's this Uro? Nope. Okay. What is it this time? Timber, Turn Timber Symbiosis. Oh god, can they find Emrakul with this? What the fuck? I have to just put this on top of their deck. Well, this is a good spot for Phantasmal Image to copy my opponent's Emrakul. I have to sacrifice 6 permanents? My opponent doesn't have an island in play yet. Well, I can't beat this deck, right? I concede. Nice deck, I guess. But how many cards do they have that can hit Emrakul? I mean, I just need like a... Well, I guess I could keep this up, but this seems awkward because I still have to deal with it next turn and I don't have any pressure on the battlefield. Oh well. All right. That was just a head scratcher. It is hard. I mean, but, you know, that's what their deck does. The only disappointing thing is this isn't good playtesting. You know, I'm trying to playtest against some of the tier decks in the format. And now I've played against, out of our 5 matches so far, 2 of them have been basically decks I'll never see in, like, leagues. Or maybe once every 500 matches in, like, a Modern Challenge. But everyone is allowed to play their own deck. And who knows, maybe there's something to this, I don't know. I do know this much. I mean, they could have hit a land. They didn't have to hit. This is not good. This is... I lost the die roll, too. Steve Olo, thank you very much for the follow. I think I can do better. This hand looks like garbage. This hand's better. Get rid of one force. Unexpected Tron. I mean, at the very least, we know this. They could have found a land out of any of those things. How does it work with unexpected results? Because they're not guaranteed to find anything. Unexpected results. Shuffle your library, reveal the top card. If it's a non-land card, you may cast without paying its mana cost. If it's a land, you can put it onto the battlefield. Yeah, so. They're just lucky to find a win condition each time. We're up against the Yawgmoth deck, I think. Our hand is okay for the Yawgmoth deck. Our hand will be really good if I draw a land, because then I can start trickstering this and blocking it. And I get to save Glasspool Mimic to copy Master of the Pearl Trident. Oh, the hammer was real a long time ago. I don't think it's real now. I think it was real a long time ago. Cactus of Ishmak. I think the deck was real like a month ago. It's just more and more people are starting to adopt it. Grouse Messenger is okay. Opponent may not be familiar with our deck. They're afraid of getting blocked here. I don't know about that Cactus of Ishmak. I didn't hear anyone say it was a bad deck, and like the number of good people playing the deck, including Sodek. Like especially when Sodek took up the deck, I think it more or less proved itself at that point. I'll just pass. So long as Yawgmoth doesn't get played, I think we're okay, but we might be in a lot of trouble if they play Yawgmoth. Yeah, this is Yawgmoth, 100%. Interesting. They want to do nothing. They do nothing. I'll just put a Lord in play. I'm going to hold on to the Lords. Well, who is against the deck? Like, and does it represent like all the players in the metagame? I think I'd still have to keep passing back and forth for a little while. Like, just because like one or two people on Twitter say, well, this is just like, you know, a lucky thing, doesn't really mean much to me. Fact of the matter is, a lot of people started picking up the Hammer Time deck and they were winning with it. So to me, it's real. Some random person's opinion on it doesn't mean much to me. Let's see, we'll play Island, and definitely, well, well, I don't want this to get anything, but by forcing this, it does make it more difficult for me to counter, say, Eldritch Evolution. Azorius has been doing pretty poor, but we've been playing against a few rogue decks. You had to have seen the Tron deck that we were up against. Yeah, so here's Eldritch Evolution. So Yawgmoth's gonna come back. So I guess from here I should get a Lord in play to strengthen my creatures as much as possible against Yawgmoth. Because it has this dumb ability. Pay 1 life, sacrifice another creature, put a -1/-1 counter up to 1 target creature and draw a card. So I gotta make these creatures as big as possible. Oh yeah, they can just put it on this one. So sack, Undying triggers. It's basically, yeah, I'm dead. Okay, Rest in Peace is good. Celestial Purge is gonna be good. Even Pithing Needle might be good. Yeah, I'll bring in Relic too. Take out Spreading Seas. Hopefully it won't be necessary. Path is probably fine. Probably Benthic Biomancer is not necessary. Actually, we have a lot of interaction for this matchup. Okay, maybe I will bring in the Seas. I'll play the control game. Am I taking out too many creatures? Hopefully not. Submit. Oh yeah, I wanted to bring in some needles. I don't know, this might be overdoing it, but whatever. We're gonna play Merfolk control. Because I have Celestial Purge for Yawgmoth too. I need some more water. I'll be back in a second. So here's the deal. People can be haters all they want on an archetype. If someone proves its worth, that's it. All right? They play Hammer Time. They win with it. They win with it again. They win with it again. They win with it again. That's it. And if you want to be a naysayer, then you just look like an idiot, in my opinion. But like all it takes is one person to prove its worth, to just prove it, and it doesn't matter what anyone says after that. If it stands the test of time, especially, it most definitely has at this point, then it's just a real deck, and move on. It's just a real deck when talking about Hammer Time. This hand has no mana. I'm going to mulligan. This hand has some mana. I'll keep it. Well, I can't. It's a waste of time to do that, though. Or it's so risky to play a Trickster, wondering if they have Yawg, and it only buys me like a turn. Okay, I'll keep this. I'm just gonna still play ditch the Pithing Needle. Play Island and pass. I will say this also about Hammer Time. It's well positioned because there's no hate for it right now. Like, I'm pretty sure it's just gonna fold to a bunch of artifact hate, but like there's just not enough artifact decks, or people just don't want to respect it enough yet. I might Spreading Seas this next turn to prevent a Geralf's Messenger coming out. Alright, well, goodbye Spreading Seas, I guess. Come on, Master of Waves. I'm gonna depend on you in this game. Hope I didn't fuck up with that Spreading Seas. Okay, you know about this one. Force of Negation, not a bad draw. So if I have to fight through a, for example, a Eldritch Evolution, I'll have it available. Well, roots. Root all you want. Strangleroot, guys, sure. Master's on the way. Although I can't beat a hard cast Yawgmoth. Yeah, the Wall of Strangleroot, guys. Okay, pass. Ah, shit. I just lose to a Yawgmoth being hard cast. That I can't beat. I can't beat it if they just naturally have it. Or I couldn't protect myself. Let's hope the backup Master of Waves helps me. Does this change your mind about anything? No? Okay. Well, I was not expecting this. Shit, they're gonna get the young wolf, I think. And then they could, like, eat up my board, probably. So, eat... Why do they draw a card off of this? This is a pretty stupid ability. I'll admit, like, Yawgmoth doesn't act... I think Yawgmoth maybe might have a better shell to be broken in, because apparently this is not it. I mean, this is a pretty good deck, but for one reason or another, does not see a whole lot of play. Well, I get to keep a lonely Silvergill Adept at the end of all that, and my opponent just drew like 7 cards. The Geist Army. Now, the plus side is my opponent did take a lot of damage. Oh, man, this is a very interesting card here, but I really need to curve. I need to curve out. Hey, Spider Space. All right, none of this garbage comes back. That could be true. How good is Undying these days? Rest in peace lets me block if I'm allowed to block. Sure, I don't even know what this is. If they printed a 2 CMC Merfolk zombie with Undying that was vanilla 2/2 Undying creature, would you play it? Or too hard to say? I would probably play that. Something with Undying sounds pretty good. I just concede. Well, this was a bad... Well, we went 1-4. This was a really bad league for this deck. I mean, we played against how many decks? I guess we played against 2 decks in the metagame, and then 3 very random decks. So when you're tuning Merfolk for the metagame, you do at least want to play against the metagame that you prepared for. That was definitely not it today. That's pretty disappointing playtesting. That being said, against the 2 decks that, you know, are in the metagame, Titan, the Reclaimer Titan, and Obosh Prowess, we still lost miserably. Maybe Master of Waves is just not where we want to be. Or we set up a lot of games with Master of Waves, but they weren't worth anything. Or we didn't get it against Obosh Prowess. Still, the format is really fast. Still really fast. How much time do I have? I gotta work on YouTube. Anyway, but this was... Did I learn anything? I did like saving my life with Celestial Purge against Obosh. And the Path to Exiles felt useful. If I were to build this deck again, I'd probably play without Trickster. I would just play with Reejerey, because this deck definitely needed more power. I would just scrap. I might be off Trickster soon. I just really don't like Trickster. Trickster has just been like basically, I don't know, Grizzly Bear at flash speed, but I have no chance of like really coming back or anything like that. I'll have to. I don't know what I have to do. Still gonna be toying with things. One of my best decks was just like playing an aggro version of Simic. Maybe I should just start to experiment with that again. Just a lot of lean 1-drops, power out a bunch of lords, and hope for the best. Then just hope to dodge attrition-based matchups. Because I think I can have a good game against any deck that's not attrition-based. I'm not lying. I might start looking at Dispel again, because this is a very reliable counter spell in the metagame right now. I might be able to bring this in against enough stuff. Keep the tempo in line. It can counter Summoner's Pact, counters Aladimri's Call, counters Bolt, counters a lot of stuff. But we're going to have to put this away and try it again another day. So anyway, thank you very much, everyone, for joining. It was pretty good. I had a good time. I wish we could have done a little bit better with this list. But it is what it is. So we're going to thank all my patrons supporting me on Patreon. We're also going to thank our sponsors, themanabase.com and Mana Traders. This has been Nikachu, Merfolk Master, experimenting with blue-white Merfolk in Modern.